So I'm surrounded by 11 pairs of shoes, but I know that I've had one or two more than that that I've either lost or donated, but these are the ones that I have with me today. This is my first pair of shoes ever. I started dancing about 7 years ago, and I made this little baggie for this ballroom pair that I bought. And these were super comfortable. I highly recommend ballroom shoes. I find that they're more accessible and tend to be a little bit cheaper if you're just starting out. It did have a supportive heel that wasn't too high, and it was suede on the bottom, and so it was a great starter shoe for me. I needed to fill a little space using this little pad, but overall they are super comfortable, and I absolutely wore them to death, and they're a great memento. Can't get rid of them even though they are definitely worn out. Ooh. My next pair is from Supple. I think that's the name of the brand. So these were gorgeous shoes. These were the first pair that I got that were actually proper Tango shoes. I wore them to death. As you can see, the shoe is actually falling apart. I want to try to get them repaired if possible. They're super comfortable, and I love these shoes. They were very supportive, and I have narrow feet, so it's often difficult to find the correct shoes. Yeah, super worn out. Love, love, love these. These were also higher than the ballroom shoes. And so this was my first introduction into shoes that were slightly higher. Actually, I think the pair that I got before those were these ones. It's called Nueva Epoca, and it's also from World Tone, and they were super high. I actually lost my exact pair of these shoes and rebought the shoe just because it's gorgeous. And I don't know what in my right mind was I thinking with a heel this high. I had ankle surgery about 3 years ago, and I can't dance in something this high now, but I just like to look at them, and occasionally I'll take photos and I'll wear these shoes because they're just gorgeous. But I can't dance in these. They hardly have any wear at the bottom, but these are just gorgeous shoes. I mean, the shoe design is A+. This was actually the first pair of Tango shoes that I got, but I don't know if, I've never seen Nueva Epoca, which is by Word or Current. I never see them circulating for Tango shoes. I think it's a ballroom shoe company that just tried to make Tango shoes. So. After that, I needed another pair of shoes that weren't completely falling apart from these gray ones. And so the next pair of shoes that I got were these gold ones, I think. Yeah, because this is still a high heel, so this is how I know that these were my older shoes. This is about 9 centimeters tall. It's from Bandolera. It's a gorgeous shoe. It's kind of like a rosy gold, yellow peachy gold color. These I absolutely wore to death. Not as bad as the Soufflé, but still, I love these shoes. And I managed to then find them in a shorter heel. So eventually, I got the same exact shoe, but shorter, which I absolutely love, and this is one of my most worn shoes. This is also by Bandolera. So these are fantastic. I did buy exactly the same pair a second time, and so I like to keep my beat up shoes in case I have to go to an outdoor event and I don't want to mess them up. So I'll just use like an older pair for that. But I do have 2 pairs of that, and I have the exact same model in that lower 7 centimeter shoe. The same model exactly. And I love these shoes so much. I have, I guess, 4 of this exact shape in total, and it's definitely a fantastic shape if you have narrow feet, and I could live and die in these shoes. However, I've been dancing for so long that this part of the shoe was really starting to bother me, and it was putting a lot of pressure on my big toe, and so I began to search for another company that made a shape that wasn't exactly this shape, because it was putting so much pressure on my big toe, and I was literally spending 6 hours a day in shoes at least. So that took a really bad toll on my toes. The shoe itself is very comfortable, but my big toe couldn't take the pressure. So the next pair of shoes I have is from Sur. These are beautiful. These are absolutely gorgeous. They're like a copper color, nude shine. However, they're just too big on me. I think that was the problem. I wore them like twice, but my foot is incredibly narrow, and the front part of the shoe, while it did have a different shape and it was incredibly comfortable in that way. Oh no. I don't know why, but for me, my shoes keep falling inward. When I'm wearing this pair of shoes, it's not supporting directly center of my body weight. It's somehow causing me to slip inwards, which is very concerning and not at all what I want for my Tango shoes. The first time I got this pair of Sur shoes, something was happening to one of the straps, and the person that sold them to me immediately replaced them, so I'm very happy that they stand by their product. But still, the weight of the shoe just did not work out for me. A lot of people like them, and I particularly like they have a really thick cushion, but I just kept on slipping inside, and unfortunately I can't wear those. I can't return it because I wore it once or twice to figure that out, but I might sell these or just stare at them because they're gorgeous. So pretty. And all of this searching brings me to finally my newest pair, which is, oh no, there is one other pair, but these sort of look like the Sur. This is my newest pair from Regina. This is my first pair of Regina shoes. I really like them. This is a very popular style, and I was able to buy them in New York. I'll leave the details in the description below where I bought them. It's really pretty detailing on the side, and just this cage is a different shape. So this really kind of solved my need to find a new shape. Plus, it's very squishy. I love when my shoe has a lot of cushion. Some people don't like that. I think there's other very famous brands that I can't remember off the top of my head. Anyway, there are other brands that aren't quite as squishy, and some people like them because they feel like they can actually feel the floor. That's completely understandable. I just find that I enjoy having a little bit more cushion under my foot, but there is sometimes a feeling of slipping because you have so much padding. I like this height, which is 7 centimeters. This works out well for me. Anything higher than that puts my injured ankle in kind of a precarious spot. I can be either super high and over the ball of my foot, but anything in between the 7 centimeter to 9 centimeter doesn't work out. So I love that these are 7 centimeters, and I love the color. The pair of shoes that I forgot to mention, which goes somewhere in the middle of this timeline. I love these shoes, but I can't wear them because they're more than 7 centimeters, are these black Bandolera shoes. And if I am correct, Bandolera and Tangolera were a husband and wife pair that split. I could be completely wrong, but the style of the shoe is very similar from the one that I love. And so I got this from a friend who she didn't want them anymore. I got them new, and I wore them a few times, but the heel height is uncomfortable for me to dance for too long of a time. But these are absolutely gorgeous, and I will, again, just stare at them and admire their beauty. But I really do like these. Are also very comfy. In that regard, they hit the toe right where I was having some pain, but the construction of the shoe is excellent. And so that was my entire Tango shoe collection. I will add more details in the description below if you want to learn a little bit more about each of the pairs of shoes. It's been quite a journey, and I think I might try to add up the total approximately of how much I've spent on shoes. It's kind of scary. I have gone through so many trials and tribulations looking for the correct pair of shoes. It's quite the journey, but there's nothing like trial and error. Once you find a pair that fits you, clearly just buy 4 pairs of the same shoe. So it's worth it. It's your tool. You can't get around it, and who doesn't love a gorgeous pair of shoes? So if you need any more information, don't forget to check the description box down below, like this video, and subscribe for more. Bye! Hey there, this is Editing Dagny. I did the math actually, and it's kind of cringeworthy. I spent about $265 per pair on average of shoes, I would say, and I bought 12 pairs of shoes according to this video. And 265 times 12 is $3,180. Yeah.